What do power cleans train? Today we talk about what do power cleans train on a neurological level, on a muscular level, on a technical level, and how that can benefit you and your athletes. What do power cleans train? If I look at what something trains, I always look at different levels. We have the neurological level, we have the metabolic level, we have the muscular level, and we also have the technical and the movement pattern. So looking at different levels, first and foremost, it depends very much on the loading pattern we're choosing and the set and rep scheme. In a power clean, in my opinion, the power clean is not a good exercise for multiple repetitions. So I would limit the repetitions to less than 5 or less. Yeah? I would even go down to 3 or less. For the simple reason, the power clean is technically very demanding. The more repetitions you do, you see the technique is breaking down. I know the power clean is done for multiple repetitions in some places, but that's definitely not something I advise. If we look at the loading pattern, it depends very much what we want to get out of it. If we want to work on power development, we probably choose a loading between 60 to 80% of the 1RM. If we work more on the force development, we choose a loading that is 80 to 100%. If we're working on the power development, the neurological aspect, we work on the recruitment of muscle fibers, so how many muscle fibers can be activated, as well as the firing frequency, so how fast they can be activated. Once we go more towards the force development, that relation shifts a little bit into the more recruitment, so how many motor units can be activated. From a metabolic level, and we discussed low repetitions, 5 or less, 3 or less, that means we work on the phosphagen system. The phosphagen system offers high amounts of energy, but wears down pretty quickly. So it offers energy for 6 to 10 seconds. If we're looking at the muscular level, it's a bit more complicated because we have different phases of the lifts. And I've done a video where I explained the different phases. So we have the first pull, the transition, the second pull, the catch, and the recovery. If we're looking at the different phases, also the muscular activation changes. In the first part of the lift, we are having we have activation mainly in the posterior chain. Once we go into the extension and the catching phase, it's more the frontier chain. So it changes a little bit, and that's also one of the benefits of this exercise, that it works on a lot of muscles and muscle groups in one exercise. And lastly, what movement pattern is the power clean working on? It works on the extension pattern, and it also works on the landing pattern. So any sport where you're running or jumping, the power clean can help you learn the extension and the landing. So as a recap, on a neurological level, the power clean works depending on the goal you're choosing, on the recruitment and the firing frequency of muscle fibers. On an energy level, it works on the phosphagen system. On a muscular level, depending on the phase, it works a bit more on the posterior chain and then later on the anterior chain. Again, it's not black and white, all muscles work, but it's more an emphasis shift that happens. And on the technical level, movement pattern level, it works on the extension pattern as well as the landing pattern when you catch.